Mermaidle. And oh no. Ah, gosh. Oh my goodness. Sorry. I've got a oh hang on. An old door which was left in the property that's fallen on the patch over there, and Lady Grey was sitting in one of the plastic lids which I'd put to cover up one of the fall-ins because one of the panels cracked the glass, and I'm like, oh no. Anyway, that's not what this vlog is about. I just love seeing the duckos do their thing. They're really starting to, the young ones are really starting to branch out and explore and all that sort of bizzo, which is nice. And Flint is so much better now, and he's now joining them, and it's nice to see him act like an actual duck, you know what I mean, instead of sitting down all the time. He's with Catherine now. It's partly because of Catherine. He's doing his boy duties, and she can't walk, so, you know. But now we've got Lady Grey and the young ducks. It's been good for him. So anyway, you see, Suna. Suna's doing well. Like Zoomies in the room. The door's open. So basically, Kit Kat with Suna most of the time. So I will actually put her in there, and then that gives also Flint a chance to have a break from his boy duties when it comes to looking out for Catherine. Are you a cutie? Oh, he does that. So he knows I'm talking about him, and he'll drop his head, and then he'll drop it down further and further and act all cute, and then he just collapses like this. Oh, Catherine, you are very loved. Yeah, we don't care, you can't walk. Yeah. Suna, she's an absolute Capri. You know, so this is the thing, if you've got disabled animals, if it's just because of neglect, they can have offspring, and I kind of like them to have offspring, because it's kind of like they get to live on through their young without what has been done to them. Do you know what I mean? But I do believe in ancestral memory of all animals, that you pass down traumas to your young, or experiences. It's part of nature. But her daughter over there, the Peking, Lucia, you know, yeah, I'm so happy I've got Lucia, that they'll always be part of Suna, but she's so like her dad as well. She's amazingly like Frig. This is the same thing as Bella, you know, the peanut looking one. The apple yard, which looks like a peanut. She's Bella's baby, and we lost Bella last year, as you know, and it's just nice to have Bella living through her daughter, and, you know, her cuddles, the way that she likes her cuddles are the same. But that's not what this post is about today. As always, ducks always crash my post. It's part of me, my life. And anyway, so let's get the zoom back. So as you know, everything's in a chaos and uncertainty and whirlwind, and I thought I would put out there a little bit of a reminder of something that if you are not doing or have not done, I would put this in there as a absolute top priority. I would actually put it up there more of a priority than actually making more money. Like, have what you need, but this is the thing. It doesn't matter how much money you have. If you are not putting time, hands-on, getting things done, then you can get and buy or hoard as much money as you want, or even things. But if you're not actually getting down and putting things together, utilizing them, or upgrading them physically, or then there's no point. You know, you're just collecting shiny objects when it comes to like money, if you like. And if there's any reminder in time, I think this should serve as a reminder to people what we're going through now globally. and I do think it's going to get worse. So, what I have been doing overall, to give a bit of an idea, I struggle with time management. I struggle to get a shower in every day. I struggle to get the sleep I need in every day. So I chip away everywhere as much as I can. It's just me. But you just plug along. But what I've been doing over the past few weeks, and I probably have a couple more weeks of doing it, and then I can really start getting some things done, is I've been accumulating scraps and pulling scraps apart, such as, we'll go over here and we'll do a bit of a walk around. I'll probably leave some notes in the description of this vlog just so it's a little bit more summarised, because I tend to waffle and drift off. So this is an old bed base. It's very sturdy. It's actually quite good. So I don't know. Yeah, they're fine. Old bed base, an old table well, which I'm just going to do a paint job on. Some pallets I need to pull apart. The skinny slats are not very strong at all. They won't be good for standing on, but they will suffice okay for doing repairs in walls, which I'm going to show in this vlog hopefully. These are scrap poles from a 4-poster bed. I've got a couple more, I think I've got 2 or 3 more poles inside the house, which I'm just using to prop up something in a shelf, and I'm actually aiming to get that shelf fixed and finished today. Then I can bring them out here. So I've got scraps of wood, so the thicker panels, which form the base if you like, I'll be using those as standable strong sturdy planks, and the others are just gap fillers, wall builders, which I'll show. So I need to pull those apart. I would like to get those pulled apart today. And yeah, I'll go through the jobs I've got to do. But there's no point me starting some of these jobs until I've got all my resources pulled apart and grouped, and then I can allocate what I'm going to use for what. So I guess the take home of this vlog is look at your resources, look at the tasks that you've got to do, the chores, and then after you've got your resources pulled apart or grouped, then allocate what you're going to do with your resources. So this is a whole bunch of cardboard that I've been just tossing here, and this is actually, I'm waiting on a new apex frame, and I'm putting a 3.5 metre long tunnel apex greenhouse here. Now I can't put it flushing to the gate, the fence, sorry, because cats jump on there. I do need to get some barbed wire pronto, but I've got priorities such as security lighting and things for growing and that sort of stuff, but hopefully I'll get in time to at least get a couple of rolls that I can put in entry points where cats like to jump in, because I can't afford to keep doing this. They don't just break the tarp, they break the actual frames by jumping on it. There's another dead greenhouse from the fuckers. Excuse my French. So anyway, so why I like to use cardboard. It actually does, you use it to break down the grass growing underneath if you're trying to plant things. It's also, so it gives a chance for whatever you're growing to take root and put the grass on hold if you like. So these are just some arches. I think I might be able to keep some of the arches, I'm not sure, but I'm just going to pull it apart most locally and just throw these bits out, because the metal's just crap. Cactus, it's weak, corroded I should say, and it's not going to serve much purpose, so I just need to throw it out. But just time as it is. So this is an old bed frame. I bought a bed which had a slight default, which I'll probably, what's the time on this vlog? I might do it in a second post. Actually, I'll do a second post in the jobs I've got, and I'll keep this as on resources. So this is my old bed. I got the shittiest sleep with this bed. I really did. I didn't realise how bad it was until I I got my new bed with the fault, which I need to repair. And these are the headboards there, the foot and the head. I'm actually turning these into gates, swing gates, and this into a fence. But I will most likely be intersecting it with wood. So there'll be wood, a fence panel, wood, fence panel, etc., etc. Just to section this area to stop cats just jumping over again. And I will be barbed wiring the top so they can't climb up and jump over. So this is a queen size bed, another queen size bed, a lot of metal. This is just stuff I need to pull apart and just put in the bin. We most likely will be going into rations in garbage collection, so I'm keen to get this rubbish, not the cardboard, but just this bits of stuff broken up. You can break it up and mix it in with your normal rubbish if it's small, make it small enough, and over time you'll have it gone. You don't necessarily have to get to a collection tip, which I can't do, I don't have a car. So in this corner there, I've got the same bloody bizzo with the frame. I might be able to salvage those arches though, just the top arches. I do have a cutter, so I can cut that if I need to. But I think they'll just pop out easily from the side poles there, because I will use those arches, but the rest of it I'll throw out. As you can see, that sun is tripping up my UV on the camera. So as you see, there's a lot of weed and rubbish there, in plant that is. So I'm just going to, I've got to put the chain back on my pole saw cutter, and then I will cut that down. And I'm actually using the cardboard to put that to sleep, if you like, the grass there and weeds. And I'll be putting a few trees. I'm thinking birch, elder, along those lines. So this is an old table frame, which I'm going to use to create a second potato tower. This is not finalised. As you can see, my potatoes are doing really well, growing in the mulch. And basically I'm using the layering method, whereas I just add more and more. The actual wiring I'm going to put around the outside is actually this wiring here. I just haven't got round to it yet. This is an old table with no top, glass tabletop, which broke. I'm just using the legs. So I'll use the legs on that one too to mirror another potato tower. Once I've got the wire on there, I actually am going to paint the legs and the wire probably white. One of the things that you can do to make things not look so shabby and bits and pieces is to paint it, give it a paint job. So in the same sort of colour. Hello my little peanuts. Oh, Lucia, Smarty Pants. Hello. Potter. Is that a Potter I can see? Mr. Potter. Potter. Oh, look at your tuxedo. Oh, Potter. And then I've also got to do this growing patch. I've got some bricks there, some metal. I've got a lot of scrap metal that again I'm aiming to cut down into long strips to create garden bed edges, which I'll be using star pickets to drive the star pickets in the ground, and then I'll drill bolts into the sheets and into the star pickets. You need to get end caps, so you put caps on top of the star pickets just in case if you lean on it or anyone falls or trips, you don't end up on a hard iron piece. Yeah, I can hear my Maggie's. There's actually an eagle flying around there, but I'm hanging out here so she won't drop down if I'm out here. But still, my duckies get a little bit worried. Hello, Catherine. Oh, my little princess. Hello. It's okay. Not leaving you by yourself. We know. I'll pick you up with the one hand. Yeah, let's get you with Suna. Damn. Get your feet on my arm. That's it. I've basically got my Kit Kat here with her feet on my forearm that I'm holding the camera with. Oh, still now, you tipped over the bucket of water. Here I am. Here you go. So, I need to pole saw and cut up this wood as well, which is all thorny. It's the plum tree. I need to continue trimming down this plum tree. I've got a few rolls of fine mesh. I'm not using the fine mesh yet until I finish redoing the runs for winter. The chook and the, well, not the chook, the ducklings. So anyway, I've got that long stretch there where I usually plant the climbers, and there's some Besser bricks there. I'm no longer going to just line up with Besser bricks. I'll probably have just a few Besser bricks and then something in between like metal. Same thing goes with the runs. And yeah, I will also be pulling apart 2/3 of the front of that greenhouse, and I'll keep the back of it up just to deter the flipping cats that jump over, and I'm just going to use barbed wire to it. So I guess the take home of this is look at the junk you got and ascertain if you can pull it into pieces, into scraps that you can use somewhere else. And in my second recording today, I'm going to do a recording of the jobs I've got to do. And you know, I could just go out and buy a new pack for fencing. I could just go out and buy a new this, a new that. But I've got scraps, and if you can get scraps and pull it apart yourself and use the materials, you've got a drill, you've got a driver, then the things you need, then, you know, why not? Again, it's time and labour intensive, but I think part of the reason why we're in the trouble that we are in globally is, Flint is doing Nookie. Good boy. Oh, good boy. See, the thing is, if he doesn't do the Nookie, Lady tells him off and makes a whole bigger kerfuffle. He's trying. She's a big woman. Oh, you didn't quite do it successfully, but he's happy, and look at that, she's absolutely stoked. Oh, Lady, did you get the Nookie? Did you get the Nookie? Oh, you got served. Yeah, she's happy. Oh, he's a dude. Oh, Mr. Flinty Bum, he's a man. Oh, it's a score. I do like to encourage my boys, poor puppies. They really get a bad bloody rap and hard time. Fucking idiots out there. Oh, don't appreciate the masculine and things. Oh, he's a good boy. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, Lady. Oh, Lady got Nookie. She got the Nookie. Mr. Flinty Bum. Oh, boop. Anyways, back to my post. So anyway, yeah, so look at what you got, pull it apart if you need to, put them in groups, and then on the second half of things, look at all the jobs you've got to do, and then allocate your resources to the jobs you've got to do in order to rebuild, repair, etc. And I'm going to upload this, and then hopefully today I'll also do another recording on the jobs I've got to do. I'm a bit overwhelmed. I've got to do a decking, I've got to redo the runs, I've got to do the new greenhouse setup, the fencing for that area, finish rebuilding my wardrobe shelf, the over-door storage in the house. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I've got a large Amari closet that I need to pull apart as well. I'm just going to reuse the boards as shelving and that sort of thing. I've also got to secure my outhouse, which has all the hay in it, which has so many holes and bits of wood falling apart, because it's literally a fence of just 2 posts, you know, created on side with bits of wood nailed in. And the fence is dilapidated, as you can see, so it's yeah, not the best. So Lady got Nookie. Oh, I also want to do a recording on, boys, you be nice to the Flint. He's just trying to give you a cuddle, honey. Flint is like, hey, no homo. Because the brothers, especially Potter, loves to give Flint cuddles. And Flint doesn't know what to do. Because he's so much bigger than Flint. If it was Frigg or Fawn, I'd have a biffo. But Flint is like, nah, no, I know my limits, you know, size-wise. But yeah, good boy. Love my puppies. It is so fulfilling, enriching, happy-making, just watching ducks be ducks. And when they're happy and doing their, oh, ladies, like, I got my Nookie. Yeah, she doesn't get her Nookie. Ooh, she's on a rampage. Especially if she thinks, you know, Flint is going to give her Nookie and then he doesn't. Oh my goodness. You should hear it. Is it your turn, honey? It's your turn to come out here. Let's swap you over for the ducklings. Yeah, I'm going to get off this and stop yapping and finish with the rest of the routine of the day in the morning. Yeah. Freya. Anyway, that's it from us. Blessed be Mopart. And, yeah, look at your resources. Pull them apart, put them in groups, access more if you need to, and leaving you on, if you have something to replace like a greenhouse or a run, can you get a cheaper version and then make it extended? Do you know what I mean? With the things you've got, so you're spending a few $100s less to basically just get the door and a